Got a dripping Delta faucet need to get taken care of? I'm going to show you exactly how to do so. This repair is going to work on any Delta 2-handle lavatory faucet or bathroom faucet, and it will also work on most Delta 2-handle kitchen faucets as well. We'll need a kit of Delta springs and washers, 2 Delta stems. Delta makes 2 different styles of stems, so I will show you how to determine which ones you'll need. In today's video, we will be using the plastic version, a small pair of pliers, a small pair of flat jaw pliers. These are optional, but I like to use them. A razor knife, simply to open up your boxes of parts, some silicone grease lubricant, paper towels to keep things dry, and an Allen key. I have a 332-inch here. The Allen key that you need doesn't particularly matter, and I'll explain why in a moment, unless your handles require an Allen key in order to remove them. Mine do not, some will. So it may be helpful to have an Allen key kit. It's typically going to be an Imperial or SAE that's going to be used here. So if you have a kit like that one, you should have whatever you need to get the handles off. Otherwise, a small Allen key or even a small awl is going to be fine. Confusing, I know. I'll explain in a moment. All of the parts and tools you'll need to follow along with this particular video can be found in the video description. These are affiliate links, which simply means that if you click them and proceed to make a purchase, I will earn a small commission at no additional charge to you. If you choose to do so, thank you so much for your support. If not, that's quite all right. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for watching. Let's get started. I just want to mention real quick, when purchasing the materials for this job, I strongly recommend sticking with the OEM original equipment manufacturer products. So in this case, genuine Delta hardware. This is particularly significant for the springs and washers. I used to work with a company who used only generic springs and washers, thinking it's all the same thing. And while they would work fine, it was often a huge pain trying to get them to insert properly. There was just something about the thickness that was slightly off, and it was a real chore to get them in place. If you're trying to do this job as easily and as high quality as possible, just stick with the original equipment, genuine manufacturer products. Trust me, you're doing yourself a huge favor. I've already turned water off to the faucet by toggling the valves underneath the sink. You'll want to go ahead and do so before you get started. Then go ahead and put the faucet to the on position just to make sure it's shut off completely. Delta has a few different styles in which they mount their handles. Some will use an Allen key, some will unscrew. This style simply rotates quarter turn and then pulls straight off. With the handles removed, you can now see the stems. This particular style has plastic tops. Others will have metallic brass tops. Now, I have spoken to Delta tech support and have asked them if it's okay to interchange them. My intention was I wanted to just stock the brass ones and use them on all products that I come across. The response that I was given was that it's really not a great idea, that if their faucet is designed for a plastic or a brass one, it's really better to stick with that particular stem. So unless I hear otherwise, that's the advice that I'm going with, and I will provide links for both products in the video description. We're going to now take our smooth jaw pliers and remove the nuts that are holding the stems in position. We'll now pull the old stems out. The simplest way that I've found to do this is to take a pair of pliers, grab a hold of the top portion, and pull up and out. Once the stems have been removed, you'll find that inside there is a spring and washer. The washer is over the spring. You'll want to remove these and replace them as well. This is where the Allen key comes in, and it's why the sides doesn't really matter. The simplest way that I've found to remove these without a specialty tool, which is available for purchase, but isn't necessarily worth the cost in my opinion, is to simply insert the Allen key and pluck the old hardware out of the system. We'll now go ahead and open up the new box with the new hardware. Now, if you purchase the same kit that I'm using here, you'll see that we have 2 washers and a grand total of 4 springs. There are 2 different side springs. Very, very rarely will you need the longer springs. Simply match it up to the ones you took out and you can toss the other ones. Now for installation, we're going to take the cone portion of the spring, the part that's not as wide in diameter, and insert that into the washer. I'm then going to take my Allen key and slide it through everything so that I don't have to worry about keeping everything lined up and making sure it all falls into position. With my finger on the Allen key, I'm going to hold it in place, slide my Allen key over the hole that it goes into, and release. They'll fall into position. I can carefully remove the Allen key and then use my finger to simply pop it in place. We'll do the same for the other side. We'll now go ahead and remove the new stems from the containers. With the new stems removed, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of silicone grease lubricant on the O-rings. It helps ensure that it lasts longer and goes in and out easier. Now hopefully this is going to turn up okay on the camera. You'll see that we have a little tab on either side of the stem. You also have a corresponding little notch where these stems are going to be inserted into. You want to make sure that these tabs go into their corresponding notch. We're going to go ahead and install the stems. If it tries to pop out of the notch, not a big deal. I'll show you how we handle that. We'll then take the bonnet nut and go ahead and reinstall. Make it hand tight and then turn just enough that it's snug. Doesn't need to be crazy tight. Now on the cold side, you'll see that it pops out of position when I release it. Just the way this particular one wants to act today. So what I'm going to do is set the bonnet nut into position, begin hand tightening a little bit, push down to have it locked in place, and I'll hold it down as I tighten the nut in place. Reinstall your handles, turn the water back on, and test your work for leaks. And congratulations, you completed your installation. Well done, my friend. Give this video a like if it's been helpful, and subscribe for more videos. Have a great day.